So this is gold. This is gold. So basically, we are assessing gold. We have been keeping this kind of bullish order flow, but the thing with this now is that gold has been stuck in a very large range, right? This range here, from this high to this low here, right? It's a very big range. Gold has been stuck on this range for a very long period of time, right? So the thing is, within this range now, the market becomes tricky. Um, Tricky in the sense that you really don't know the direction, the overall direction gold wants to trade. So all of this will just be playing short-term moves, right? We'll not be playing long-term moves. So what we want to do, whenever price gets above the equilibrium of the range, right, we're going to do what? We're going to sell it. We will not buy it, we'll sell it. And whenever price gets below the equilibrium, we're going to what? Buy it, right? Because that's the play it has been making since. So currently now I'll be looking for sales on gold. Right, currently I want to look for sales on gold. So where do I want to sell from? Alright, where do I want to sell from? Now that's the question. Right, so this is the daily time frame. We're coming off what? We're coming off supply. Right, push down, very aggressive push. We have what? Sweep of liquidity over here. Let's take those out. Those are distractions. So we had what? Sweep of liquidity over here. It might be confusing as to what is liquidity, what's that here. The way I trade, I see liquidity as swing points. Right, those three candle swing points. That's what I see liquidity as. Yeah, because behind every swing point is liquidity. So we've had a sweep of liquidity. Right there. Then we've also had what? A breakout, right? Breakout structure, sweep of liquidity, breakout structure, breakout. Classic range being formed. And sweep of liquidity, breakout structure. Just the classic range. Okay, so we've had that. Now what do we have? We've now had what? We had this supply here. My price has come into that supply. So since price has come into that supply, and there's an entry, what are we anticipating? This low here has failed to do its job of taking out this high because of look at this big rejection. So we can be simply anticipating for this low here to fail, right? To be our next area of liquidity. So all of this, right, becomes invalid. Right, so this becomes our next target. Now price might come lower below equilibrium and higher, but for now, at this moment, this is my next target. Here we've balanced up price, tapped into supply. This is our next target. We're looking for sales. Now what else do we have on the 4 hour? Do we have any clear areas? Same thing. Yeah, same thing. So we haven't quite tapped into that zone on the daily. Yeah, which I would have preferred for that to happen. We haven't quite tapped into it. Would have preferred for that to happen big time. So sorry, let me just fix this up. And yeah, we're good to go. Nice shape of liquidity. Is that break of structure we saw. Is it on the 4 hour? Right. On the 4 hour now we haven't really quite tapped into that level, that point, but we did get into a supply. Right, we did get into a supply on the 4 hour. So we did get into a supply. Where is the supply? This is the supply. Right here. Right, we got into the supply. Now might be ready for themselves. Now might be ready for those sales. Got into supply, but we're not getting that daily level, we got into supply. So we will now be ready for what those sales to target what target this level. Try and look at this rejection. Very good rejection. Okay, so this thin line right here, right? This thin line right here is yesterday's closing price. Because if I see price trade below that closing price, right, if I see prices on like this trade below that closing price, I'm willing to aggressively enter from here to target this. Yeah, yesterday's closing price. Let's see on the 30 minute. Do we have anything on the 30 minutes? Beautiful, right? What do we have here now? We have a kind of like order flow, right? playing out here, basically money transfer. Alright, so we've tapped into that supply. Right, though we didn't quite tap into that I wanted to tap into, but we'll tap into that supply. What do we have? We have a sweep of liquidity right here. Right, we have that. We have a sweep of liquidity right here. We have this supply here. Let's go back to the 4 hour. Right, we were looking at our supply. Next, when the one below. Right, beautiful. Right, we still have this here as our targets. Wouldn't be forgetting our target now, would we? So back to 30 minutes. So we have very beautiful money transfer. What do we have? Let's follow the money. Okay, we'll be following the money like this. We'll follow the money. So what do we have? We add supply here, right? After I've tapped into that first supply, we have supply here. Tiny, but it can still be seen. So we have supply. Let's remove all of this so that we don't get distracted. So we have supply, then we have another supply again. Right? So basically at this point we're just following order flow. Price has now tapped into that supply, right? Price has taken liquidity. Now this is mind you, sorry, we're doing this in real time. Yeah, this analysis in real time. Price has taken this liquidity, money has been transferred. Basically what has happened here now is this, is that money was transferred from this high, right, from this point to this high, right, from that high to this high here. So this high right here now becomes our new what, strong high, and it becomes our new strong high. So we're going to be identifying that strong high, right, this high right here now becomes our protected high, our new strong high. So we've kind of like had a break of structure here, in as much as this hasn't completely the candle hasn't closed, but I'm already seeing that as what, as a break of structure, right? We've had the liquidation, let's add that as a break of structure, and now we don't really need to see much anymore here. We can simply just place our entries here, right, from this fresh supply that has now been formed, right? So from this fresh supply, now we want to take the cells, right? From this fresh supply we want to take the cells towards to target this low right here. So currently my bias for the gold now is sells, right? Yesterday I wanted to buy, today I want to sell. We just have to flow the price here. So this would be my sales from this point all the way to this low right here. That'll be 6 hour, right? That'll be 6 hour, but let's give some buffers here for spreads and all that. I have to account for spreads. So that would have been a 50. So let's give it some buffer for spread. So like 60. Alright, cool. So 10p buffer for spread, and that'll be a 5 hour trade. Right, so this is what I see. Yeah, this is what I see. So price may come lower, right? We may definitely come lower because we have all of this to rebalance and all of that. It may definitely come lower. That's a possibility. But we take off safe profits first. Yeah, safe profits, safe targets, then we can move in from there. Okay, so this is what I see, and this is what I'll be trading. So yes, this is what I'll be trading. Okay, all right then. So that's for gold.